get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a dilute. The hardest blood on my tongue. Beating is a warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spark, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Just throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. A versus sitting in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink, they gon' pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, come be brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the planks to use the second kind. Straight brothers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can throw they like. Up in the storage and I'm E-man. Up, down, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beating. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans get defeated. High in my ride, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A. And I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? It's your man Drake Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Drake Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. If you're from the West Coast right now, get on up. You already know the early bird gets the worm. And today, finally, where everything is actually working right, we can go ahead and go over Daredevil episode 8 of Daredevil Born Again. This is not what I was looking for. This was probably my favorite episode of Daredevil. Just the way for one, we know that the old team what it was told that the old team came back for this episode from the actual Netflix series. So the way it was shot, the way it looked, everything, it was absolutely amazing. I really dug this episode. So I want to get into it. I wanted to get into it yesterday, but I'm going to be honest with you guys. If I'm having technical difficulties and it feels like it's going downhill, I'm going to give you a good show. I'm not going to give you a show where everything is going downhill, everything's on fire, and I'm just trying to make it work. Nah, it ain't happening. I just don't operate like that. I just don't. So I got to have everything good and ready and all of that. So again, I could be able to have a good show. So hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But you already know how I do it. If you ain't been here, just act like you know. The real question is, All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Let me see who was all up in the hizzy this morning. This morning, like I said, I know I had it was bad yesterday. I'm talking about it was bad. And I don't like having an attitude. I had an attitude all that whole day. It's like when everything goes down here, it just crashes. So I was not happy. But Robin D is in the house. Good morning, Miss Robin D, the admin. Don't forget to hit that smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. Marley Mart is up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Junior Network is up in here. Good morning, good morning. Um, Knowledge 360 is up in here. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And Tracy Woods is up in here. Good morning. You know what's funny? Let me tell y'all a little story before we get into Daredevil. And plus, I can't be on here long because I gotta go drop my car off at the dealership for some maintenance work. But I was looking at before I do that, I want to shout out. For one, we're at 4507 as far as subscribers, which I appreciate. But who I really appreciate, honestly, is the guys who keep this channel. Because I gotta shout you guys out, because you guys actually pay for the channel for me to do a lot of stuff that I'm doing on the channel. I was like, man, I gotta find some way to shout you guys out. So this is to the crew, because you guys have been amazing. You know what I mean? As far as like, just supporting the channel. This is just, shouting out everybody who supports the channel. Of course, like I said, we going on 5,000 subscribers. So I gotta shout out the people who actually keep the channel going. May Kent, shout out to May Kent, was my first a channel member to the crew. You know what I'm saying? She pops in and out, but shout out to that sister. You know what I mean? Rosemary Carter, shout out. And this is all my tiers. So if you been here a minute, then these are the tiers. You know what I mean? That you had. Dr. James Willis. Shout out to Dr. James Willis being a part of the crew. Claude Xavier. Shout out to Claude for being a part of the crew. Sheep Animation. Shout out to Sheep Animation for being a part of the crew. Rashad Walker. Shout out to being a part of the crew. Dre Mack in the crew. Like Black Panther in the crew. Shout out to y'all, man. For real. HBK Hot Boy 713. Shout out to that brother being a part of the crew. Raymond Coate being a part of the crew. Blue Queen TV still being a part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix Blaze being a part of the crew. Of course, the admin Robin D being a part of the crew. Shout out. My brother, Super Six Shot. Shout out to my brother for being a part of the crew. Patricia Bellamy. Shout out to Patricia Bellamy being a part of the crew. Meg, thank you so very much being a part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Cat Not Williams. Shout out to Cat, because all the things Cat does. Shout out to Cat for being a part of the crew. Juju Rose. Shout out to that brother for being a part of the crew. Marty Ma. Shout out to Marty Ma still being a part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Barbara Openhope. Openhope. Shout out to Barbara for being a part of the crew. Brother She being a part of the crew. Mintygasm, aka Tina. Y'all seen her on when we had Cinematic Nightmares have the horror night trivia. Shout out to her being a part of the crew. J Rock the Apostle. Shout out to J Rock, a part of the crew. My man Torian Rain Reloaded. You know what I'm saying? Who's in the chat right now? Shout out to Torian being a part of the crew. She Loves Fantasy, aka Erica D. Shout out to my girl Erica D being a part of the crew, rocking with her brother Roberta, the church auntie. She being a part of the crew. In all of this, I y'all have no idea how much I appreciate you guys. Like, seriously, I appreciate you guys. And a lot of these people, they're subscribers. They're a part of the crew. They're part of the membership, which is number $2.99 a month. But they also do a lot of super chats to the channel, all of that stuff I don't really ask for. And I thank you guys, because man, sometimes it's hard being a streamer because I have noticed that I am more of a streamer than a video maker. I can make videos, I can edit very well, but it's just so much fun to do this stuff live with you guys. So I wanted to make sure I shout you guys out. Latoya being a part of the crew. Shout out to Latoya, the underrated chef, my guy, being a part of the crew. You know what I'm saying? Spoiler King. Shout out to Spoiler Kings. And make sure you like, share, subscribe to Spoiler Kings, the Tutorial Rain Reloaded. You know what I mean? These guys have really supported me as YouTubers, you know, being a part of the crew. So, you know, those are the people that I have that's a part of the crew, Dre Mack of the crew. You want to be a part of the crew, again, it's $2.99 a month to be a part of the crew. All you got to do is go to the main Dre Mack Show page and hit, you know, membership. You know what I'm saying? To get in. You know what I mean? So like I said, from the bottom of my heart, for everybody that's a subscriber and those that are members, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, because y'all make this channel worth it. Sometimes I feel like, you know, and it happens. You get when you're in this game, you're in this content creator game. Sometimes you get in here like, man, am I even being effective? You know what I mean? You look at your analytics, you look at all of that. You're like, man, dude, am I being effective or what? You know what I mean? And you start feeling a certain type of way about yourself. You know what I mean? Because the thing that you want to do, especially like I said, I'm a streamer. I operate way better live streaming than I do recording. Trust me. I'm hard on myself when it comes to recording, being a perfectionist, all of this stuff. So when I get on these streams, it's natural because I'm used to being stage plays and stuff like that. So I just the lights come on, I'm ready to go. So I really appreciate y'all. Have no idea, from the bottom of the Dre Mack's heart, I really appreciate you guys being a part of the crew, being a part of my team, being a part of my live streams, coming in here, you know what I'm saying, early in the morning, being a part of these streams. I just thank you guys. And I don't think I tell you this enough, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. All right. Let me get to some more people that say here that crept in, that's creeping on the come up. Don't sleep to Madonna. Get him me Madonna. Nas 360. What's up? What's up? Did I get you? I think I did. The Sick Horror Kingman. Good morning. I hope the Sick Horror Kingman is subscribed to Cinematic Nightmares, because we need more people who's into horror to go over there to Cinematic Nightmares. And you know who runs Cinematic Nightmares? That's my girl Mika G. You already know she needs that support. So if you're into horror and you really like being scared to death, y'all need to go over there. Check out what Mika is over there doing, building her channel. I'm so proud. Y'all have no idea how many people I'm just proud of, and seeing people do good, all of that stuff. So shout out to Mika G. I'm very, 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 very proud of her for taking that step to becoming a YouTuber, something that I've been telling her to do for 2 years because I see it in her. But now she did it on her own time. She's taking the steps. So, you know, just, you know, support. Like Cat Not Williams, Toria Rain Reloaded. I got so much love for these people. I swear to God. And being honest with you, along this journey, just being real with you. And Torian could probably tell you, people that's with you from the beginning ain't with you in the end. They ain't with you when it's hard. They ain't with you when you're struggling. You know what I'm saying? Some of those same people fall off the wayside. I've had YouTubers and people who are subscribed to my channel that fell off for one, you know, for one way or the other. Okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always thankful for the people who came in to replace them, that want to be here to listen to my raggedy ass voice every morning. Give y'all what I give you. All these whack jokes and forehead conundrums that I got going on. I appreciate you. I thank you. I really do. I thank you. So, SKNL, Sam, what up? What up? What up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Of course, you know, I hollered at my girl Tina over there. Michael Johnson is up in the house. Good morning. Man, Tommy is up in here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Peace and shalom to everybody. I appreciate y'all. Like, I swear, I really do. See, when I give this man a compliment, this is what happens. This is what happens. See, this is why I don't really give him compliments anymore. Shout out to Toria, man. That's my guy. Shout out to Toria. All right. Since this didn't happen the way that I wanted to yesterday, this was bad yesterday. When I tell you it was bad yesterday, it was bad. And I was supposed to record um my spot on TMZ, and they hit me back like, "Hey, do you want to do it Thursday or Friday? Which one are you free?" And then they haven't responded. So, show business, y'all. This is like I said. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and I'm going to, because I keep getting hit with the Keke Palmer dropping dropping the ball on the Jonathan Majors story, and I want to do a video on it. But the video is going to be a lot of clips of what I covered in Jonathan Majors case and why I believe she dropped it. You know what I mean? And it's going to be good and bad on Keke Palmer's part, because, and I'm gonna just tell you this: we can't talk about healing and all of that stuff if we don't confront the things that we say these things are. If you get what I'm saying. So let me say this: Keke Palmer went through a domestic violence situation with her baby daddy, or whatever, right? I'm not going to go into the logistics. I don't know a lot about that story. You know, for what I understand, either they got back together. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I don't follow Keke Palmer like that. I'm not in these celebrities' lives like that. So I don't know if she went back to him or not. All I know is she went through a domestic violence situation that was highly profiled. So, of course, Jonathan Majors went through his own situation or whatever. And I see that the internet bullied Keke Palmer to drop in her people to be able to pull that interview. Now, there's two ways that I look at this. Way number one, she's just trying to do what's best for business, right? So if she's getting so much backlash and it can hurt her brand, as business wise, I'm just talking about just pure business, I can understand, right? Here's what I have some pushback even in that analogy, because I'm coming from a logical standpoint, right? In a logical standpoint, a person like Keke Palmer, who's been through a particular situation, and a person like Jonathan Majors, who's been through a personal situation, can be able to talk about, you know, the things that they feel without it being ideology that gets pushed. And I'm telling you, this is one of the reasons why it's so hard in this society now. Not the way that I grew up, because sometimes you face your hard truths head on. You know what I'm saying? And you talked about it. You know what I mean? What, you know, if you agree, you agree. You disagree, that's okay. But we can't talk about healing and all of this, and you know, and Jonathan Majors has already paid for what they did in court. What more can you do to this man? He already went to court. You know, he already got convicted. He did his time. It's over with now. There's nothing you can do to this man. And this has been a year since the sentencing, right? It was April the 8th, I believe. The sentencing, right? So it's over. Domestic violence class is over. But we can't talk about healing in the black community. We can't talk about what domestic violence, because we don't say that same thing about Chrisean Rock and Blueface when they were beating each other's ass every day. Sorry, Roberta, I gotta say it like this. But when they was beating each other's ass every day, you know what I'm saying, on camera, crashing out. You know what I'm saying? Just losing their mind. Two young people that other people can go and save. They didn't care nothing about that. They didn't want to sit down and have a real conversation what domestic violence does from both sides of the coin, because we cannot act like that Jonathan Majors did not get, you know, injured during that domestic violence situation himself. So we take him out of the equation and we let this extreme feminism overrule logical understanding and actual healing from black men and black women. And Keke Palmer may be telling the honest to God's truth about her situation. And Jonathan Majors, you know, even though he can't go into detail anymore because of, you know, of the order of of dropping the lawsuit or whatever. But what you could do is have a real conversation so we can go into healing. But when we bully people off of that, when can we really get real? When can we see celebrities healing so we can be able? We like to do all these trends, but we don't like to do healing trends. That's the problem that I have, and that's the problem that I have with Kiki Palmer and her people is that there's an opportunity there for growth, healing, and understanding. So if people want to get on these trends, get on the trend of healing and understanding and being able to face certain deficiencies within yourself and be vulnerable about that, right? And maybe Jonathan can be able to learn something from her, and maybe she can be able to learn something from Jonathan Major's situation. But nah, we don't want healing in the black community. We don't want hard discussions in the black community. We don't really want those type of things that make us grow. You know what we want? TikTok dances and trends. You know what we want? People sharing that young man that was a YouTuber and a comedian beating the brakes off his girlfriend. We want to make that go viral. See, we talk about this stuff. We talk about in the only I keep telling y'all. Oh my God. Hold on. Sorry. My mic fell off. Mic stand fell. Came right out the thing. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. This time to upgrade my damn self. There we go. Come on, Dre, get it together. There we go. There we go. It fell right in my hands. Kiki Popper tampered with the mic. You talking ish. But let's be real. The reason why the black community is at the standstill that it is, and so many people cry victim, because we don't want to talk about the harsh truth. We want our celebrities to entertain us, but we don't want our celebrities to heal us. So why people couldn't stand what's her name? Von Zett, Ivania Von Zett. How you pronounce her name? I'm saying it wrong, but they didn't like the fact that Jonathan Major hugged her, because you know what that is? Healing. It's real healing in real conversations that can be had. In real redemption. Why do we want our people that's supposed to be redeemed? Now, we want to free R. Kelly, but we want to fry Jonathan Majors. Make it make sense to me. Okay, I ain't got that much time. I'm over on my high horse. But I'm just saying, there's so much more. It's so much more that we could be able to do. But we don't want to do that. It just seems like to me it's easier to complain and play victim than it is actually healing and making progress. Sorry. Y'all may not like it, but I don't care. Okay, what are we doing now? This is gonna be one of those days, ain't it? Because now I don't have a screen. I don't have. They're not showing me the screen. They're not sure. Are we playing right now? This is so raggedy right now. I'm not even. Hold up. Hold on. Oh wow.
Nice to see you. Yeah.
Hold up, there we go.
And your
Oh, sorry.
feelings towards a man.
Sorry. Because at first it wasn't showing. It wasn't showing. Exactly. We want a free Diddy though. Don't lock his ass up. Keep his ass where he's at. It's just
How old do
funny
you think this
who we
desk
ride
is?
for. All right. So if you let me get off that high horse. We're talking about Daredevil board again. I'll make the video. Oh my god. I gotta get out of here by in 35 minutes. So if you've been here before, you kind of know what I already do. I don't like playing the videos because I will get shut down by Disney. They will come after me harder than the Kiki Palmer did and her people with my microphone stand falling apart. You know what I'm saying, in the middle of this, and Disney Plus not working. Somebody don't want me to be here today. Somebody just don't want me to be here. I think I'm telling too many truths. You know what I'm saying? That's why I had, some subscribers fall off. But anyway, so we start the episode with my man Ben Poindexter. He's over here looking at some flowers from his cell. If you know who Benjamin Poindexter is, aka Bullseye, I really want him to don a Bullseye costume. I think this guy actually has been a really good Bullseye since the early days of the Netflix series of Daredevil. So he's wondering why he's getting moved out of solitary confinement, and he's getting moved to General Pop, and they was calling him Special Agent Poindexter, because remember, I think he was part of FBI or whatever, but he had a special skill set, and I'm still trying to figure out, how he just, I know he got, special adamantium backs and all that. How he survive that fall? You can't tell me the man ain't no mutant or something. So we're gonna skip this the intro. Now, I really love this episode, but I was annoyed with what's her name? Daredevil's girl. I was so annoyed with her. So annoyed with her because she was getting on my nerves. Just for the simple fact, it was something she was saying. I'm like, what? That don't even make sense. But we get to the real relationship, the real thriving relationship here. You know what I'm saying? Is Wilson Fisk and Vanessa. Vanessa has really done a number of things in this particular episode that I really liked. And Vanessa is a rider. Vanessa's a rider. He was like, I really brought you, for something else. And again, what this series has done well is juxtapose Daredevil and Kingpin. They've done an excellent job by juxtaposing these two figures, because you got the main antagonist and the main protagonist. What are the parallels of these two? And the parallels of these two, when Daredevil came back, Kingpin came back. You know what I mean? When Vanessa was going through her troubles, Matt's relationship problems were, none. Now we see the shoe was on the other foot. Now we're starting to see exactly the difference now in the dynamic, between Matt and Heather. Now, this is the part that pissed me off, because I know that, she cut herself. She ended up shooting he cut her. Music. He cut her. She almost bled to death. Matt, as Daredevil, saves her. She don't know that he's Daredevil. And, but in this scene, she's blaming Daredevil. She's putting Daredevil and Muse in the same category. Like, yo, hold up. That man came in punching and kicking the shit out this man, to save you. And you gonna tell your boyfriend that Daredevil and Muse is just, they're just a mask. They're just little boys playing, beating on each other or whatever. They don't want to reveal who their real self is. Like, dude, this man came in and saved you. Like, how rude can you be? And your boyfriend is like, yo, you sound kind of ungrateful. We should have let you lie there. But, Daredevil had to make sure that you was good. And this is the way that she treated this man. Now, Matt is unaware that Vanessa's client was also Wilson Fisk and Vanessa. She never disclosed that to him. But it seemed like, that that when Buck came around, to invite her to the ball, and Matt is pointing, all Matt is doing is simply pointing out, like, yo, Wilson is using you. He wants to use you, for political points. He wants to use you because in this particular incident, they use that special task force. Didn't say Daredevil was there, and he's using the publicity of the task force to political points. You don't see what he's doing here, but she didn't tell him, or she doesn't want to tell him, but she, vaguely figures out that, hey, wait a minute, hold up, this is your client. You've been working with them the whole time. Like, he didn't say it out loud, but he was getting around to that. So Vanessa and Wilson goes down, and you see the blood spattered painting from season 1 of Daredevil, I believe. He still has this, and he's in his in his creepy kitchen dungeon, where his dining room dungeon, because this is where he eats very well, and I like it, because if he ate one more asparagus and egg, no egg yolk, I was going to get upset, and I didn't like it. So he down here munching and getting fat again, and I liked it. But he was like, hey, this where your boyfriend been at. You know what I mean? I just had him in there. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no big deal. You know what I mean? He had to be somewhere. You know what I mean? He had to be somewhere. So my man is up there screaming, I didn't mean to. I swear to God, if you let me out, I would never do it again. I ain't gonna tell him I've been in this dungeon for 10 months. You know what I mean? So again, we're back here with Buck was giving the invitation to Heather. Matt is over. Matt already know what's the deal. So that's why he was looking at Buck the way he did, which I think I wouldn't be surprised if Buck and Matt fight. You know what I'm saying? As Daredevil. You know what I mean? Because my man was over there smiling too hard, cheesing. You know what I'm saying? What you getting your face up like that for? What you smirking for? You know what I'm saying? FM smirks a lot. I don't like him. You know what I mean? So Matt started chasing him, and then again, you're over here with Wilson, and Wilson was like, yo, I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? I would never leave you again. I would never. And as creepy as it is, I love the way that he loves Vanessa. I love it. I absolutely love the way he loves Vanessa. And he was like, I was wrong for leaving you. So now, this is what I like. There's a key to let the man go, and there's a gun, right? Just like last week, he gave what's the man's name? Chris, Don, Hobo Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even care. Evan, who cares? All I know is the man is DEAD. That's all I know, because she was like, I can save him, but I don't love these hoes. You know what I'm saying? So Matt is actually kind of checking, Heather, like, yo, first of all, the superhero came and saved you, so you can't blame him. Second of all, Wilson Fisk is a dirty, rotten scoundrel, and why would you even believe in him? But again, you're seeing reconciliation between Wilson and Vanessa to make them more of a power duo, and you see the split. Honestly, the slow but sure split of Heather and Matt. So he was like, with a choice, what would you do? And Matt's like, I know you ain't going to that ball. He was like, hey, look, that's my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the ball. Oh, you work for them. Oh, I ain't supposed to tell you that. Yeah, you do. He's dirty, and I don't like him. You know what I mean? She turned around and gave him the blink. Bop! You know what I'm saying? I can't show all of it, but she was like, bow, 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 bow. She was up there giving the man that work. You know what I'm saying? I was shocked. Mouth dropped on the floor. Oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? And my man Wilson Fisk just sitting there like, that turned me on, Vanessa. I haven't had an erection like that in months. A good stiffy after you shoot somebody makes a man feel good. He didn't say that, but I think that's the way he felt. You know what I'm saying? Because this is where he was he was like, I am so sorry, I would never leave you again. I never want another man touching you. You know what I'm saying? And then you're seeing it in this perspective again. I love the camera work in here. They was killing it in this episode. And again, this is the same team. Come on now, internets. This is the same team from the Netflix Daredevil series that did episode 8 and episode 9. So we gotta be able to keep that. Now, Kristen is up in here, trying to figure out where Matt is. Matt all late. Matt, I think, how many of y'all in the chat believe that Matt should have been and told her, what he does, who he is, what he does, you know what I'm saying? And why he's always beat the hell up all the time and all of this. Because I believe that it has his best interest at heart. I believe that she's a good lawyer. And I believe that she could be the replacement for, not the replacement for Foggy, but another additive. The informant media said, nah, son. Nope. Keep her in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Keep her in the closet. He said, nah. Everybody, Marlon Moore, he said, nah. I think you should tell her. He said, you still don't trust her? I can see. We know why. Just based on what was going on that night that Foggy and her was drinking. You know what I mean? Why was y'all drinking together? Did you know? Who hired you? You know what I'm saying? Why was you celebrating with Mr. Old Foggy? Was you about to give up the draws to Foggy? Huh? Was Foggy gonna sweet the taste of sweet nectar of victory? Is that what you saying? But she was telling him that she was getting ready to take this client, and he was like, not this client. This client's an idiot. So Wilson, now this is a man. Look at this man's face. Look at the way that he's standing there. This is a man who got some cutty that night after Vanessa shot that man got some cutty. And think you see the smile on that man's face? You see this? Look at this man. Think you see this? That's admiration, because he knows. You know what I'm saying? Danny knows my man got some cutty. This is a man face when you see another man get some real good cutty. You know what I'm saying? He comes in happy. You like, I'm happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be hating, but I'm happy for him. So, why am I going on? Don't pay me no attention, y'all. People gonna be watching this recap. Is like, what is this man talking about? Get to the point, Dre. He was like, hey, Daniel, you know what I like about you? You're going to be, because you're getting all these good publicity tabloids going on right now. What I want to make you is the deputy, the mayor deputy communications guy. And my homegirl over here was like, well, what? Nah, I don't want him to do that. But he was like, I trust you and whatever be it. And he was like, look, I ain't going to say that because pause. You know what I'm saying? But that's what my man Dave was doing a lot of meat riding. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? Wilson Fisk. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. But he said, you're going to be my new guy. Whatever you do, just be my new guy. He said, Cuddy, it can keep the world safe one more day. Exactly. A man who feels happy after some good cuddy with your wife, you know what I'm saying, is a very good. That man's gonna go to work happy. You can't piss him off because he's already feeling great. And she was like, you can't be serious. I don't think he's ready. And he was like, I would do anything. I would get between your cheeks, scrub. I don't like the way that my man just meat riding. No diddy. I don't like it. I don't like it. And he was like, oh, well, and you could tell Wilson is now feeling himself. That's what I really like. Wilson is now feeling himself. He's putting himself in more position, and he's given that power that we're used to from the old Kingpin. Now he's Mayor Kingpin. You know what I'm saying? But he was telling old boy that he was lying. He was listening to his heart rate. He was like, I don't be scamming off for teachers. And he was like, stop lying. I'm not going to defend you if you're going to be lying. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to slap the crap out of him too. The cursor was like, I'm not. He was like, why are we defending this idiot who knows good and well that he's been scheming off these people, man? This doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. But he was like, we need this. We need it. And she was like, you've been going off the rail. What is wrong with you? You need a drink. You know what I mean? And it was like, nah, I don't need no drink. What I need to know is why we are taking this case for this man who's clearly lying. You know what I mean? And I know that he's a liar. So we need to get our stuff straight. He was like, I know that it's been a long time because of Foggy. You probably need to go have drinks or something like that. He was like, you know what? All right, I'll go get me a drink. So we go back to the scene of the original crime. I think it was Justin's. He was like, so you go just sit outside and not come in? It was like, oh, okay. So this is where we start putting some pieces together to Foggy's murder. Now, there's two things that we're getting into. That we're gonna, that was going to be getting into today. There's two things that hasn't been solved. One, why Foggy was killed from episode 1, which again, I believe they said episode 1, 8, and 9 was done by the original team. I mean, not the original team from Netflix when they did the reshoots. So this is their story. We also have a missing piece of who killed White Tiger. We still haven't really got to that part yet. We haven't got to the part where the Punisher bullet, all of that. What does that mean? They got one more episode to go to be able to fill in 2 stories that we haven't got. Now, of course, we're getting John Bryanthal's Punisher at episode 9. They already teased it. They already teased the black Daredevil costume, which I can't wait for that because that costume is dope. That black Daredevil costume has always been one of my favorite costumes in the comics. So we still got to get to there, right? We got to get to that. But they got to tie up that storyline. Are they going to be able to execute it in a way where it's effective in episode 9? Because again, we're going against those rogue cops. So are we going to find out those rogue cops is the one that killed, old White Tiger? We'll get to that in our next society episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right, so Cherry comes and hollers at him. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, having a drink with him. They having to, they're talking about, is he okay? As far as like with Foggy and all of that and getting back into the ish. But there was something that was in this conversation that started to make sense. When she brings out this bottle, you know what I'm saying? She was like, we're going to celebrate because he didn't even get to, he wasn't able to, drink this last part of, what is this, Melvin's? I'm not a whiskey drinker. I'm not really a whiskey drinker. I'm a tequila, vodka drinker. But this made sense. There's a particular, and I understand this. There's a particular tequila that I would drink when I'm trying to this is like celebrating and whatever. And then I drink the cheap stuff when I just want to, have just a drink. I don't drink like that. I'm not alcoholic. When I just want a drink, when I want to celebrate, there's a particular type of drink, a particular type of tequila or vodka that I will only get. Right. So when he put this together, I was like, I understand. Like, why would he celebrate so early? You know what I'm saying? That's why y'all don't trust her. Look at that smile she's giving him, right? Either she gonna try to give him some of that sweet, sweet nectar, or she was in on Foggy getting murdered. What do y'all think? Do you think that Vanessa contacted Kristen? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. You know what I mean? Because what motive would she have with him? And then she's next to Matt this whole entire time. Unless it was to keep tabs on Matt. And she was getting back to Vanessa with that. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But he's putting 2 to 2 together. It's like he was going to win. And I know who killed Foggy. And Cherry know he's getting back in the ish. So he was like, you go and because yeah, in the previous one, he had to he was summoned by Bishop Poindexter to come see him in jail. And he was like, am I gonna see him? Yeah. And eventually now that he knows that he was killed for a reason, let me go holler at him. But I ain't gonna lie, Matt's an idiot and a crash out for what he did here. Not controlling your emotions, you know what I'm saying? Let Benjamin Poindexter out, right? Because my man is like, F you, I don't like you. I know that you had my friend killed. Who sent you? Who did it? And it was like, I want immunity. I ain't giving you nothing. What I'm going to do is give you these headshots, you know what I mean? and then I'm gonna call the guard. Now, again, in real jail, this would never happen. This would never. This is only a TV jail. In real jail, Matt would have went to jail. You know what I mean? Matt would have went to jail for what he did. He was like, "Thank you, because you did what you're supposed to. You did what you're supposed to do. You crashed out. You crashed out. All you had to do was chill out, but you crashed out, and now you're in trouble." So we go into the Wilson Phillips black and white ball. Everybody who's anybody is up in there, and you notice that the task force is up in there. All the rotten apples. But all the rich people and stuff like that, they hanging with each other. You know what I'm saying? You got snipers over here, you know, making sure everything is all right, which will come into play. That angle will come into play later. You know what I mean? So Daniel was up in here with the lady, and now Daniel's feeling this stuff. Oh, Danny boy is up in here feeling this stuff. It was like, remember when you said that, you know, that you have to check me or something like that, or something, whatever. It's like, I surpassed you. I beat you. Ha 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? So he walked off on her. He went to go talk to BB. BB's playing him. Because I was like, first of all, ain't no woman that fine gonna be looking at a face like this and he ain't getting played. Yeah, this whole entire time she been playing. That woman is gorgeous. She is not hanging with you, buddy. She was getting you drunk so you could tell. You know what I mean? And he should have knew. He should have been a simp. You know what I'm saying? But she was playing his ass this whole entire time. You know what I mean? And he was like, you know, I appreciate what you're doing, but look, you know, I'm deputy mayor now. The deputy mayor of communications. You know what I mean? So I'm moving on up. She's like, oh, yeah, you moving on up? Oh, so, okay. You know, let me go holler at some people real quick. And then we get, you know, these views of all these people that know Wilson Fisk is a dirty, rotten scoundrel. You know what I'm saying? Even my man, the swordsman, no, he's a dirty, rotten scoundrel. You know, people's husbands ain't coming in. Because my man is now, you know, the actual kingpin. You know, so he was like, but you know, if your husband ain't here, my man is too suave. I wish I was that suave. International man of mystery. You know, I want to be him when I grow up. What up, Andre Ware? What's good? I want to be the international man of mystery. Because look at that look. He looks like my man, you like Robert Goulet. And the dude from The Young and the Restless. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, that man's got to be at least 80 and he still looked good. And she was, you know, Heather's over there calling Matt, was like, I thought you would come with her big perm, her big 80s perm. I thought you would come, but I see that you're not even answering my phone calls. Now, my man Wilson, this is supposed to be a black and white affair. She comes out in a red dress because the blood is on her hands, baby. And then my man come out with the classic white suit. All white, cocaine white, clean. Victor Newman, you knew who I was talking about, Tina. Victor Newman. My man is Robert Boulay and Victor Newman. I wish I was that cool. I wish I was Victor Newman. But my man come out in the cocaine white suit. You know what I'm saying? My man Poindexter, old Bullseye, took the, you notice he snapped the tooth out of there, that loose tooth. Now, my man could survive getting thrown down off a building like Shredder in the Ninja Turtles, but his tooth was loose. Yeah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. But they said that this came from straight from the comics, so I'm gonna say it's JK straight from the comics. He was like, "See my tooth? Pow! Right in the face." Oh my God, the man is so cold. He spit a tooth on you, and it's powerful. Then my man started going to work. You know what I'm saying? Start giving the handiwork. Now I love the the color scheme. Him in the blue representing Bullseye. I love it. I love when they do it like this. And again, he's a very, very well cast Bullseye, you know, in this series. So Wilson Vanessa's over there mingling because he's the mayor. He got to do what he got to do. Yes, Tracy was Victor Newman. I wish I was cool like him. You know what I'm saying? His swag. But, you know, Vanessa's over here saying, you know, is everything all right? You know, we cool. You know what? Matter of fact, if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have been able to kill our problems. You know what I'm saying? Head on and love on each other. And then I gave him some cutty. So now I feel good. He feel good. We great. You know what I'm saying? But you seem like if you think you're lonely now, Heather, wait until tonight He was like, I can meet you with somebody. Don't even trip. My man Poindexter then grabbed the guard suit, and it must be nice to be able to grab a guard suit and get on the department correction bus, walk on there, and don't nobody know that you're Poindexter. Like, you snuck on here, ain't nobody paying no attention. Huh? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So my man just riding on the bus chilling. While Victor Newman, because I'm looking at the chat. While Vanessa is over there, tell him how much I appreciate you and everything that you have done. And we have shot our problems down easily. So Matt ends up going in here. Matt came in this mug on 10. Now, y'all can't tell me that Matt wasn't on 10 on this mug. Like, Matt was, like, really, like, on one. Because he already knew. He was already pissed off. He hid. And that's probably the only downfall to the Matt character in here is because he doesn't know how to control his emotions. So he's coming in, he bumping into people. He's playing the blind guy. Well, I mean, he is blind. You know what I mean? But he started going into where people was at. My man's face was like, sniggle poppers. Oh, snigger poppers. I can't believe he's here. But my man had to play it off. He was like, you had me over here looking stupid. He was like, hey, Wilson ain't who you think it is or whatever. He was like, we supposed to be chilling at the party. You came in here with all this mess. My man over there, the swordsman, Victor Cool Newman is over there having a conversation with Wilson Fisk. But this time he was like, oh, you're going to be able to come in my office real quick. You're going to be able to donate to my cause here in a minute. So we go in there. My man's having a conversation with the swordsman. He was like, hey, I already know who you are. You know what I mean? I know what you're doing out there, swordsman. So if you don't play nicely, if we'll be able to up my bread, you know what I'm saying? I need that 10% on them tariffs. We gonna have a problem, and I'm gonna send you to prison. He was like, I guess we do have and then this scene, what makes it so good, this actually shows a justification how big that Kingpin is compared to my man Swordsman, how small he is. Just saying, I'm the real big fish. I'm Norman Big Fish. You're a guppy right now. So you gonna pay me or pay me, never mind. Or you're going to jail. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, we got a deal, don't we? Oh, yeah, we got a deal. Because remember, he tried to punk him earlier in the season when he became mayor. Now who got the power? You know what I mean? So he got the power, and he was like, let me get one of them drinks because, I'm still feeling myself. Now, these punk-ass cops roughed up my guy. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Is it reported? Yeah. But what you didn't have to do was put my hand in the, first of all, the acting sergeant, the acting lieutenant or deputy is there. I forgot what they called him in here. But man put his hands in the fry grill. The man was cooking chicken fingers. Right there, he was cooking my man fingers like, now that's assault. Now do something about it. Because I got the mayor's backing. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah. And he was like, oh man, I missed the chicken finger surprise. And it was like, this is unethical. It's like, you can't do nothing to me. I'm a part of the Fist team. So Fist is over here telling everybody, hey, I need my bread. I need my tariff money. You know what I'm saying? And act like you don't want to negotiate. We'll make sure you negotiate. So BB and Daniel's having this conversation. And again, she's playing him. He was like, he seen old boy come out. And she was like, oh, while he had his back turned, let me go ahead and make my move. So she went to go track him down. He already know that Wilson Fisk was the active target in her uncle's death. He already know that. She was like, that's why I've been trying to get close. That's why she used Daniel, because a woman that fine is not going to be around a dude who look like Daniel unless you got bread, and then she still use you. I know I've been done. Like, I know I'm not the world's nicest looking man. Some women have done me like that. I've been Daniel, and I didn't like it. So she's over here like, yeah, that's the reason why I've been doing this. So don't even trip. You know what I'm saying? If you give me some leaked information, I'll make sure that you good. We can put this all out there. You know what I'm saying? She was like, hit me up on my address, 555, email at email.com. So it was like, cool. Now, I forgot this brother's comic book name. but you know, he is from the comics too. He's been getting a lot of screen time, and he's been over there looking. He was like, I gotta go because they over here looking at me, and he was like, let me get this email real quick, and then we're gonna be able to do business. Because she used a lot of, she said she used it basically as a burner account, so a lot of the conversation that go out is her information, but not under her name. You know, so okay, we got the pinwheel. She was like, shots, shots, shots. And then my man stupid. Oh, yeah. Because I ain't never had a woman this fine give me that much attention. You idiot. You know. And she was like, you don't even talk anymore. She was over there talking about, you don't even be paying attention to me. What you got going on? He was like, you ain't paying attention to me now. Because now I'm trying to hear what Kingpin talking about. Is he over there kingpinging right now? You know what I mean? So he brought her on the Wilson already seen that he was getting ready. Matt was getting ready to holler at Wilson. And Wilson had to play it all like, oh, snap. Let me go with Vanessa. Oh, yeah, she did give me some credit last night, so I ain't even tripping. So they over there dancing. My man got some moves. Matter of fact, Vanessa and Wilson is over there being quite suave. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had moves like that. I ain't got no moves like the Kingpin. Then obviously I need to pay my my cable bill. So that while they over there cutting the rug, getting loose, getting jiggy with it, Matt was like, how can I make this move? You know what I'm saying? My man is over there. Look at him. 2-gun salute. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I wanted my man know about the 2 guns that you shot. So he was like, oh, well, there's some things that I need to be able to do. We need to, yeah. And my man Buck knows what's going on. He see it. You know what I'm saying? So he's over there talking loud enough, to his wife. So Matt can hear, because he already knows Matt got some superpowers. And he was like, what you talking about? He escaped. Now, that's when Buck finds out that Benjamin Poindexter, a.k.a. Bullseye, escaped. So while they over there cutting the rug, my man Bullseye is on his way up that man, you know how quickly that bus got there, the Department of Corrections got there, because they was there to kill him. And then Matt was like, no, this is what Buck was telling him, like, yo, we didn't kill him. My man is alive. And then Vanessa was like, oh, I think I got some things to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Before I could tell him, because he was like, there's some things that I gotta talk about too. So let me go ahead and jump this over. He was like, oh, he went and grabbed his wife. You know how he feel about Vanessa. I just got some cutting. You gonna be dancing with my wife? Nah, son. You know what I'm saying? He was like, there's some things that is going on that you don't really understand. But my man is over there. I bet you Vincent D'Onofrio can 2-step in real life, because I ain't even got that kind of rhythm. You know what I'm saying? My rhythm sucks. But my man Benjamin Poindexter already killed old boy, already ready to take his shot. So my man is up there because he's Bullseye. He was over there eyeing the shot. He was like, you didn't think I was going to find out you had Foggy killed? Huh? You didn't think I was going to find out? He said, bullshiggity. We already know. So he was like, does she know that you're Daredevil? You know what I'm saying? He was like, there's some things that you don't know about. And my man heard him click, click, banging, putting up, you know what I'm saying, getting his eye ready for the shot. And my man Matt jumps in front of the bullet. You know what I'm saying? Let me play it. I'm gonna stop it, because again, I don't want Disney to get in trouble with me, but I gotta play it. You know what I'm saying? So he sees a clear-cut shot, because I'm thinking, to me, from what it looked like, I thought he was getting ready to kill Vanessa and not Wilson. But because he took the shot, it was most definitely, I'm talking about, her arm should have been shot. My man's so good that he almost hit Fist right in the heart, but he shot Matt right. I'm talking about right in the shoulder. Matt jumped in to save him. And everybody's like, oh, snap, Matt, gun. My man sitting up there in a pool of blood. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I can't believe that Matt will save me and Bullseye was trying to kill me. Well, how would I know that? He was like, oh, snap. I wonder how Bullseye got out of that situation. I mean, he's already the rubber band man. You know what I mean? How did he get out that situation? is beyond me because they had all the guns drawn, all of that. And now you're seeing the red lighting on Matt. Matt will be back in episode 9. Let's be real. And that was the end of the episode of Daredevil. And again, that's not what I want. But what did y'all think about this episode? This episode was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. This episode was really good. It was amazing. I enjoyed the camera work, the lighting, everything. This was probably the best episode, period. The best episode, period. Because again, just look at the way that that they did, you know what I'm saying? They did the lighting and everything with Daredevil. Daredevil's lying in blue, just opposed with Poindexter. Daredevil's in red. Matt Murder's in red. Poindexter is in blue. Bullseye. You know what I'm saying? Wilson Fisk is in the white suit again. This episode was dope. This episode was so fire. I want to see what the season finale is. They already said they're doing season 2 right now. I want to see how it goes. But tell me in the chat what you guys think. Was this episode fire? You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Put it down in the comment section below and let me know exactly what you guys think about this episode.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
Yo, you already know I gotta wrap it up. So again, put it in the chat. Tell me what you guys think. Young Dog, shout out to you. That episode was so fire. It was fire. It was hot. It was dope. I like it. But put it in the chat. Tell me, guys, what you think. Or if you watch this on the replay, put it in the comment section below and tell me what you guys think about this episode. But again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Thursday. Where's my outro at? Look, I gotta get up out of here because you already know I gotta go.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.